Let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE that has traded rather flat today. It did try and eke out some gains earlier on in morning session, but we are seeing a slight edging down of the all share. They're declining almost more than 0.1%. We do have the financial 15 being the only index in red territory. They're declining almost 2/3%, but eking out some gains are the resources 10 complex climbing almost 1/3%. Industrial 25, they're popping a little bit, just 0.07%. Let's take a look at the U.S. markets, and on that front, investors are digesting more inflation data. Of course, the producer inflation today showing the same trend as consumer inflation that we had yesterday, showing surprising to the upside, coming in hotter than what investors had anticipated. But we do have a turning around there after a red session yesterday. S&P 500 up 0.5%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq climbing almost 0.9%. And an uptick on the Dow of almost 0.25%. Let's take a look at the markets across the Atlantic and digesting economic data coming from the UK. We did have a growth in the fourth quarter, surprising to the upside and growing 0.1% after flatlining in the third quarter. And company news, we also did have one of the companies, Barclays there, the UK bank, coming out with a profit that did actually beat surprise to the upside, but guidance did not meet expectations. So we did have a slump in the share price there. Quite a mixed picture. FTSE 100 declining more than 0.6%. We do have, though, the DAX there climbing by almost 2% and a surge on the CAC 40 of almost 1.5%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the Rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The Rand is still holding up quite well against the US dollar at 18 Rand 52, against the pound at 23 Rand 18, and against the euro at 19 Rand 32. Let's check in on the other currency pairs, and we start off with the euro dollar at 1.04, pound dollar at 1.25, and the yen just above 153 against the US dollar.